Oh, it is. It is Thursday episode of Donno Daily here on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. I am Alex Donno, taking you for the next hour or so. Our guy, Big John Stud's going to be joining us in about the next 15 minutes, talking some Miami Dolphins football. If you guys want to talk a little Miami Heat as well, we could do that. But given that the Heat are off tonight, they're off tomorrow, and then they're going to take the oh no, I guess they're not off tomorrow, but they were off last night and this night tonight, and then tomorrow, Friday night, is when they're going to take that 3-0 lead over the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta. So I thought we'll take a little bit of a break from Heat basketball today. We'll focus on the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins have been on the field this week with phase 1 of OTAs. Little mini camp action. And hello to IMAX, who's in with us. Hello to Chad. Fins up to you as well, sir. Ian for Brooklyn, my guy. Hello to Mr. AC Milan. Sorry about that massive L we handed to you guys the other day. I'm an Inter supporter, as you may or may not be able to realize based on the colors back there. Dolphins love their head coach. What a concept. Wow. And Mr. AC Milan, I'm sorry to start trash talking your soccer team when you came in here to talk a little NFL football with us, but I couldn't resist the cheap shot. Now what's going to happen is he's going to go hit the dislike button. Please don't. It's all love. He's got a good sense of humor. I appreciate that. Guys, do us a huge favor here. It really helps my show. It helps this specific video. It helps this channel. If you get in there on YouTube and you hit the thumbs up button, don't just hit it, smash it. Now, who the hell's calling me trying to interrupt the show? Oh, Marathon, Florida. These assholes get me every single time. He's not going to hit the like today. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. I'm trash talking your soccer team. But no, anybody else who I've not insulted yet on this episode, please smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to 5 Reasons Sports on YouTube. Want to queue up a video here because we didn't really talk yesterday so much. We did a little bit with Hussam Patel, but we didn't talk a whole lot yesterday because we were mostly doing Miami Heat about what Tua Tagovailoa and Chris Greer had to say to the media. And I want to play this for you. Kudos to Omar Kelly, my friend, for posting this video. I thought this was pretty cool, okay? Now, Tua Tagovailoa, you guys remember when he was a standout quarterback with the Alabama Crimson Tide, that offense, it was like a symphony, right? Especially when he was in Steve Sarkisian's system. It was beautiful to watch that offense. Of course, Alabama, ton of frontline talent on the offensive line. Dolphins are getting better on the O-line. Alabama, ton of frontline talent at the skill positions, running backs and wide receivers. And the Dolphins have just made a few upgrades at wide receiver and running back, have they not? So personnel-wise, we've been saying the Dolphins can take Tua back in time a few years and make this Miami Dolphins offense, at least the supporting cast around Mr. Tagovailoa, they can make it look like a lot more similar to what he had when he was with the Alabama Crimson Tide, right? The Dolphins have found a way to go out there and severely upgrade the talent. But guys, it's not even just the supporting cast. It's also the terminologies and the schemes. Here's what Tua had to say yesterday to the media about how Mike McDaniel's offense can be more similar to what he ran with the Crimson Tide.
Of this offense, I've been kind of switching up my footwork and working on different footwork and drills as well. So that's really been it. Normal lift, condition, get in shape. But other than that, the point of emphasis has really been on my footwork.
So I know it's just the third week we just started minicamp, but what do you like about this offense? And I believe that you did kind of operate a similar offense with Steve Sarkisian and Alabama. But what do you personally like about this offense?
Well, we've only had 2 days of really, kind of getting into the offense, so there's not much installed within the run action, play passes that we have. But it's very similar to what I've ran at Alabama, which in a sense makes it a little easier as far as verbiage and whatnot. But that's still a challenge. Is kind of learning the verbiage, learning where everyone's going, hearing Mike or Frank or whoever it is, in the headset, trying to give the call and then recalling it to the offense. That's still something that you got to continue to get better at.
So you like that. He's already feeling more comfortable. Say what you want to about Tua's physical limitations. I've had reservations about that. His size, his just the number of injuries he's had the last few years going back to his college career. Like, this is stuff that I have reservations about with Tua. I think he's got a physical ceiling that's not as high as the Justin Herberts and the Joe Burrows of the world. But at the same time, you have to recognize that a big problem that he had the last couple of years in Aqua and Orange has been schematics and offensive coaching have not been good. That's number one. And then number two, it's not really fit to his strengths, right? They thought they could do that last year. Brian Flores actually thought he had something by, promoting dual offensive coordinators who, unfortunately didn't make things any better, didn't do Tua any favors. Some of the other things that quotes that came out of Tua from yesterday. Ruthie Polinsky shared this. She's with NBC6. She says, Tua says Mike McDaniel gets upset when Tua invites guys over to the house and McDaniel doesn't get the invite. He wants to hang out. I don't know what to do with that. I see a lot of Dolphin fans like doing cartwheels over this. Like, bro, look how cool McDaniel is. He wants to hang out with his players. Brian Flores would never. Mike McDaniel, like, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit whether he's hanging out at their houses or not. Like, that's not a big deal to me. That's not what makes a head coach great. Like, you have to have a working relationship. You have to have rapport in the meeting rooms, on the practice field. I'm not saying it's a bad thing if, like, Tua is inviting this guy over for slumber parties. Like, I'm not saying if you guys want to be bosom buddies off the field, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't have to be that way. Like, I don't think Vince Lombardi was going over and having sleepovers with his players. I know Don Shula was not going over and like lighting campfires and having slumber parties in the living rooms of his players. So it's completely unnecessary. Like, if Tua and McDaniel can create some amazing relationship off the field, that's fine. I just think that a lot of the reason why Dolphin fans get so excited about that, first of all, a lot of you Gen Z weirdos out there would rather have friends than actual coaches and bosses. Like, you think, bro, wouldn't it be so cool if my boss was also my best friend? Wouldn't that be awesome? Like, again, it's fine if that makes Tua feel better about his working environment. Okay, I don't think that's necessary in any way. But what I just said does not take anything away from my admiration for Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel is great. So I don't want anybody to clip, that 2-minute rant that I went on about who cares if your coach is like personal friends with your players. I don't want anyone to think, oh, this Donno, he's not down with Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel is fantastic. I love the fact that this guy, he's quirky. He's got a unique personality. He seems to have a very unique approach to football. And, I think that that the way he comes off, because I don't know the guy personally, but the way that he comes off to the media and the things that he says in his news conferences, like, I can't not root for this guy. Like, I am absolutely rooting for Mike McDaniel. And if he feels like he's got to get the personal invite over to people's houses, then power to him. I hope he can make that work. Mike Cunio from CBS4 tweeted, Tua says that he and McDaniel sat down and watched about 150 clips of his throws. He said this year's offense will be all about yak. Okay. I like everything about that tweet. I love the fact that they're already studying film. I love the fact that Tua gets a fresh set of eyes on his throws because, I don't think Brian Flores was doing a whole lot of that with Tua. And again, we're not talking about sleepovers here. We're talking about actual work being put in the film room. And the fact that this year's offense is going to be all about yak, it's the most obvious thing in the world considering who plays on this team, but it's also great to hear it because Tyreek Hill is a yak monster, right? Even though the national media wants you to think Tyreek Hill will be useless here because, you need a quarterback to throw it 60 yards in the air to him, go routes every single time. No, we know that that's not true. Like, those of us who have actually watched Tyreek Hill play for the last several years in Kansas City know this guy, just get him in space and he is deadly. Whether you're throwing it to him 3 yards down the field, even behind the line of scrimmage, because Patrick Mahomes threw that more than any other quarterback in the NFL last year, throwing behind the line of scrimmage. And Tyreek Hill is still going to pick up his yards if you give him space. Jaylen Waddle, same goddamn thing. So, yeah, this year's offense will be all about yak. Truer words have never been spoken. Let me pull up one more tweet here coming out of Tua's media veil. Barry Jackson from the Miami Herald. Tua said his relationship with McDaniel has been super cool. To have support of the head guy, that should tell you a lot. And that reminds me a lot of Tua's quote at the luau from a couple of weeks ago, where he's like, man, I got my head coach, my offensive coordinator out here supporting me. I've never had anything like this before. So obviously Tua's a lot happier. And, I know he was asked about Brian Flores. He took the high road. Tua took the high road, and I'm happy he did, because he's smart enough to know if he admits publicly, oh, yeah, I hated that guy, or that guy hated me. If he admits that, that's going to become the story. That's going to become the headline. Don't make yourself the story. Don't make the media's job that easy, right? If they're going to write stuff behind the scenes just based on their opinions, that's fine. Don't give me, because I would be all over it. I would jump up. Like if Tua had said yesterday, oh, I'm so glad that guy is gone, he was terrible, I would probably do a month's worth of shows on that. I would. Tua knows it. The trainer of his knows it. He'd probably love it. I think Nick Hicks would love if I did like 2 months of shows about how much Flores hates Tua. But no, Tua took the high road. He referred to that as the big question. He said, I would say I have no comment towards any of that. He said, just because I don't come up with those decisions, he said, which is true. Wasn't his decision to fire Brian Flores. I don't think Tua went into Mr. Ross's office and said, sir, as your starting quarterback, I have all the power in this front office, and I am telling you, I cannot work with this guy. You need to get him the hell out. No, that's not how that went down, okay? So I thought that was some interesting stuff. I got to give you guys a heads up, by the way. I don't know what it is. My computer's been running kind of slow today, so it looks on my end, it looks laggy. I don't know if it looks like I'm moving around in like a semicircle right now, and it's like it's choppy. What I'm looking at is, I don't know if it's choppy for you guys as well, or if it's just for me. I'm going to stop screen sharing. I think that's going to help a little bit. So hopefully I'm the only one with internet problems this week. And our guest, who I know he's been crossing wires at home. He's had like 14 electricians out to the house trying to make sure his internet is running smoothly. And yeah, as you can see by his display name today, we will be talking about Deebo Samuel today with the man, the myth, the legend, Big John Stud. Big John Stud, how you doing, sir?
I hope you can hear me, bro.
It sounds pretty good so far. So, and I wanted to ease into this with you. And now that you're here, let's dive head first into the pool, okay? Came out yesterday officially. We've suspected for weeks that it was going to come to this, but Jeff Darlington reported that San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Deebo Samuel has officially requested a trade. Now, Dolphin fans know you can't pay, from a Dolphin perspective, you can't pay a whole lot of attention to the national media, because the national media is pretty clueless when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm looking through who they consider to be potential trade partners with San Francisco to bring Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
Kansas City comes up. The New York Jets come up. Detroit Lions, New Orleans Saints, Green Bay Packers. No mention of Miami. And I do want to ask you, Big John Stud, because you're already paying a wide receiver more than $30 million a season, and Deebo Samuel would also probably cost more than $30 million a year. Like, could the Dolphins even pull this off?
Yeah, they could pull it off. If you can hear me, you can still hear me, right? Clearly.
It's a little choppy, but I'm going to bear with it. You just go, sir. It's a little choppy, but I think we're all right.
I hope it's not that choppy, because it shouldn't be. But anyway, we could pull it off. We could pull it off because of the fact that the money's coming in 2 years from now. And he's not going to be on – he's only going to be $4 million this season. So if we bring him in, it's not going to be for a tremendous amount of money this season. And he's already said, and I can't say who said this, but if he comes to Miami, he's going to want less money.
Really?
I don't think he'll cost more than $20 million to come in.
He was wearing Dolphins colors on Instagram the other day. I did see that. I did see that. Now, what do you make of this though, Big John Stud? Because I'm reading some reports. I think Lock on Forum maybe put this out that supposedly Deebo Samuel is telling people one of the reasons why he wants out in San Francisco is he doesn't want to keep playing running back. Like, he doesn't want to be the utility guy. He just wants to play wide receiver. So would that make sense? If he reunites with Mike McDaniel, that's the guy who created this utility role for him. Would he only want to come here to just play wide out?
No. What did he say during the Pro Bowl?
I don't remember. What did he say?
Okay, well, he said that they developed a new position called wide back. So he plays wide out and running back, and
that's right.
He just likes the ball in his hand. And if that's the case, why would you not want to do that? When the problem is this, bro. Deebo's he's a very trusting guy, but he doesn't trust everybody. And he only trusts Mike McDaniel to get him to the Pro Bowl, because that's what Mike McDaniel did. And at the end of the day, if you think about it, most likely the Dolphins are going to get rid of Xavier Howard. Not Xavier Howard, Byron Jones. His money comes off the books. That's about 9 to 10 mil. You don't resign Gesicki. That's another 11 mil. There's a 20 mil for Deebo. So how could you not do it?
I like that.
Not to mention the money is going to go up every season. The cap's going to skyrocket. People don't realize with all this gambling money coming in, and they have I think Apple is trying to get into some Thursday night football, and
that's right, they are.
Their money's going to go up.
I think Apple is getting the NFL Sunday ticket. It's going off DirecTV and it's going to Apple.
And I think they're trying to get a contract together for Thursday football. There's more money coming in. Let's put it like that. So if we sign Deebo for 20 mil now, what is 20 mil going to look like for a wide receiver 2 years from now?
Yeah, it's like pennies.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. Tua is not going to sit there and want to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Brooklyn Rob, I appreciate that, but no. And at the end of the day, if you go 3 years down the road, in 26, right? For 4 years down the road, that'll be Jaylen Waddle's first year of extension. The Dolphins will get off of Tyreek Hill because you're not going to pay him $50 million.
Right.
And then you let go of Tyreek Hill. You bring in Deebo. You already have Deebo there. You got Deebo and Waddle. You're good to go.
Now, let me ask you this.
What did I mention to you the other day?
What?
Do you remember what I told you the other day off a platform?
Oh, off a platform? Oh, I don't know what I can repeat. What did you tell me?
When I sat there and told you, if the Dolphins, I don't think Miami will trade for Deebo now.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably wait till next season, but I think they're going to go after one of Miami's draft picks. If they're going to go after Miami's draft picks, I would trade for Deebo now. I would trade 2 first-round picks for Deebo Samuel because I might not have them.
Now, how about this one? Because I've seen people predicting that this is what it would take. If the only way San Francisco is willing to make this deal is if you send them Jaylen Waddle in part of that deal, the Dolphins have to say no, right? Would they be willing to send Jaylen Waddle?
Miami would say no. Anybody can trade for him. He doesn't have a no trade clause, which is fine. Trade for Waddle all you want. He's not going to re-sign with you. He's not going to play on the franchise tag, and nobody's going to. Why do you think nobody's traded for him now? Nobody has come near trading for him because everybody knows that Deebo Samuel wants to reunite in Miami. Yeah. They all know he wants to come here. So even if you trade for him, he's not going to sign an extension. So and if you franchise him, he's going to hold out. You're going to end up trading him anyway. So who's going to trade 4 picks for a guy who you know he's not going to re-sign with
That's a good point.
You're not gonna 1 year rental Deebo Samuel and then have him come to the Dolphins anyway.
Yeah, I love that. I love to
That's
hear
the
that.
problem. They know that he wants to come here, and this is not just me. This is not me telling you. People in NFL circles know for a fact Deebo Samuel wants to come to Miami. If he had a no trade clause, everybody would be fucked.
Yep.
Because he only wants to come here.
Yep.
And the only
like
reason
that.
why Miami holds even more leverage is because if you think about it, you don't trade for Deebo now, right? You wait till next season. San Francisco, without Deebo, if he goes to another team, their team is going to suck. Our draft pick is going to be top 5 or top 10. And then Deebo comes in the back door anyway, and you got a top 10 pick.
And that's my preferred scenario because listen, and I hate to sound like a hater, but I agree with what Jay Mill had to say. I'd like to hold on to those draft picks just in case there's any need for a quarterback next year. I'd like to hold on.
At the end of the
those
day,
draft picks.
the problem is it's not about holding on to the picks because you don't know if you're going to have them anyway.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's the caveat. You don't know if you're going to have those picks. There's a good possibility.
Because of the Stephen Ross thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point.
If they tell me if we find out they're going to go after the picks, I'll trade for Deebo now and give up 2 first-round picks. You can't take away what I don't have.
Right. Yeah, you can only take away later ones. You can take away the 2024, 2025. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they take away. I mean, take away all the picks you want. You already have Deebo.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is like a.
Can you guys actually picture this? Just picture Jaylen Waddle in the backfield with Tyreek Hill. I mean, not Jaylen Waddle. Tyreek Hill and Deebo Samuel in the backfield. Jaylen Waddle with Wilson in the slot with Lynn Bowden. How the hell do you defend that?
You don't.
See, a lot of people outside of me and Reason don't remember because Reason said it and I already knew it. Tyreek Hill used to be a running back in college. He wasn't a wide receiver.
That's right.
So then what the hell do? You pray.
Yeah. It's about all you can do. And by the way,
I've
noticed
is the connection still choppy or it's better?
It is choppy. I don't want you to stress over it, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's choppy.
I'm trying to figure out why though. I even reset the router and called the man. I really don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. We might need to send an exorcist or something out there.
This guy.
The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels. Now, we all know what's really going on. What happens is when Big John Stud gets in here, he drops so many truth bombs. The deep state does not want him in here. Listen. Let me tell you guys something. Well, I know what they're going to try to do. They're going to try to ban me from the internet. They're going to try to remove deplatform me.
So in other words, what you're saying is I'm saying so many truths they're trying to get me off the internet. So
trying to get you off the internet. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. You got the CIA, they're surrounding your house. They're dressed up like your neighbors. You don't know. The little old lady you live next to, she's been in deep undercover for 20 years. You have no clue.
I would not doubt it, considering the fact of a lot of situations that are going on Twitter that I can't speak about. People have been trying to get me off the internet anyway. So thank you, Shake Money.
So I want. Well, maybe it's on my end then. So we're here's what we're both gonna do. After the show is over today, we're both gonna go back and watch it, and then I'm gonna hear wait, does it sound different on the playback than it does when we're live? Because it sounds choppy to me. We both need to get Shake's internet connection. Whoever supplies Shake's internet, we need to get that person over to the house stat.
I mean, if he says that sound clearly and he sees me every night when I haven't even, this is the first time I go on the internet, you cannot Shake since the other day when I was with you. I haven't been on the Finch tailgate. I haven't spoken to Chris. I haven't spoken to Mike. Nothing. Trying to figure this shit out. So
I don't know, man. Maybe it is me. Devin Jordan says you sound good.
Well, you said you're choppy all fucking day, so I don't know.
Oh, see, now Dougie Fresh says it's clear for Donno, choppy for John, but it's all good.
I don't know, bro. 3 people out of 6 say I'm good, and then the other 3 say you're good, so I don't know.
Who knows, man? Oh man, but no. Okay, so any other big takeaways from what Tua or Chris Greer had to say yesterday? I thought it was funny when Greer mentioned like his son goes on Twitter and he saw, which is true because I'm also on Dolphins Twitter, that for a while there, early for the first week and a half of free agency, all the Dolphin fans, I'm not saying you, but Dolphin fans hated Chris, and then he pulls off Teron Armstead and Tyreek Hill. Everybody loves him. I thought that was funny.
I mean, at the end of the day, his job is on the line, but no, I can't. I never said. I never said that Chris Greer wasn't trying to get players. We just said he made draft picks that people like myself who are watching are like, why would you take him when that guy's on the board? Like, there's just certain picks that we look at and we're like, that to us didn't make any sense. Now, that was in 2019, and 2020. But I mean, he kind of redeemed himself last year. Everything was a home run. We can't argue with any of the picks except for Eichenberg. Okay?
Right.
And
now, it's a quick side note. I have not completely made up my mind on Eichenberg. Better offensive line coaching and not moving around so much. I still think he can be okay.
I don't agree with you, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
You can't teach athleticism. You either have it or you don't. I don't know how he's going to do it because in this scheme, you have to be able to move. That's not one of his strong suits.
Yeah,
I believe they're going to try Austin Jackson at right tackle, and Austin Jackson at right tackle in this offense, believe it or not, I think will work beautifully for the Dolphins because he can move. He can actually – Austin Jackson's strong suit is run blocking and screen game. If you can teach him to be a serviceable blocker, we're not saying all pro, but if Tua knows there's one fucking leak and it's coming from that side, you can always shift the protection to help him.
Yep.
You couldn't do that shit last year. It was coming from everywhere. There's a flood and you got 6 broken pipes. Which one do you cover first? I mean, it's the truth. It is what it is. You can't do it like, oh, shit. Okay, so how am I supposed to throw downfield when I don't know where the pressure's coming from?
Oh, man.
But I actually think it would just be, I mean, to me, if Alec Lindstrom is there at 102, the center from Boston College, expect that guy to be the pick. Either him or James Cook, if he's there. And I've been pounding the table for James Cook, but if you can get the offensive lineman from Boston College, he might even beat out Jesse Davis.
And that's a perfect fit for Applebaum. I mean, you already have the BC
no longer
coach
here. He can beat out any of the other guys. I mean, not Jesse Davis because he's gone, but who's the who's the center we have now?
Oh man, why am I not thinking straight?
I'm drawing a blank too, but we know who we were talking about.
Yeah, so somebody's gonna say it in the chat in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I forgot who the center is, but he'll beat him up.
Oh, Dieter.
Michael Dieter will get beat out by Alec Lindstrom if we pick him.
Brooklyn Rob, and by the way, thank you so much for the super chat, Brooklyn Rob. He says, got a question. Can you get Big John Stud to show up to the watch party? Would love to meet my boy. I will buy him some dinner. We're having a watch party, Big John Stud, Sunday evening for Heat Hawks game 4. We're going to bring our brooms out to the quarterdeck in Davie. And I'm going to make sure I have this one ready because I owe this to Brooklyn Rob. He won a gift card on one of my shows like 6 months ago, and I still owe it to him.
I am going to do my best to be out there on Sunday because I haven't seen my daughter in 21 days.
Ooh,
I do have my daughter on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So I may be able to find someone to cover. If I do, I will let you know.
Yeah, or just bring her out. Bring your daughter out.
Are you kidding me? She'll take over the quarterdeck. If I take my daughter to the quarterdeck, she'll take over the quarterdeck.
She will.
I got a video of her playing with a plastic. We bought her like a fish set, like a plastic fishing rod, and she's
Awesome.
just there supposedly fishing, tearing up the backyard. I'm going, holy shit!
Oh, that's crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah, like
I
yeah.
gotta send you a picture of her that I just received that you need to see. You'll crack up.
Okay. Well, listen, I love it, and people are talking about bringing their brooms out there. Big John Stud, as you can see, Deebo Fan Club, if not 2022, 2023. Let people know where they can find you, man. The Twitter.
Before you have another guest coming on?
No, I don't, but I got to wrap it up a little early because I got to tape an interview
problem.
today.
Just give me a second.
Yeah,
Now,
sure. Go ahead.
On some Miami Heat talk. That
Yes!
was an ass whooping we gave Atlanta over here the other day. Jimmy dropped 45? Damn. I think Jimmy was listening to Charles Barkley when he said the Heat don't have any closers.
That's a great call. He did say that.
Yeah. He said the Heat don't have any closers, but if you're winning by 15 points, who needs a closer, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, listen, and Jimmy did close because I know that game didn't come down to a final shot, but after Bogdanovich with 3 minutes left hits the three-pointer to cut Miami's lead down to 3, Jimmy went full Terminator. He scored 7 straight points after that, Big John. So Jimmy, he took over when it mattered most.
Well, at the end of the day, it's kind of like what the Dolphins have. You can't cover everybody. You're not going to let Hero beat you. You're not going to let Duncan shoot. You have to leave somebody open. They left Jimmy, and Jimmy ate him alive.
Yep, that's true.
What do you think about Phoenix now with no Booker?
Yeah, I listen, I would love it if Phoenix can get knocked out. I'm going to go from thinking Eastern Conference Finals or Eastern Conference Championship was the ceiling to thinking the Heat could go all the way, man. Because honestly,
wait, you still think the Heat can't make it to the finals?
No, I think they can. I'm saying
Did you see what happened last night?
I did not see the end of it, but freaking
Middleton's out for the next 3 games with a messed up MCL.
Yeah. No, I think the Heat can definitely make it to the finals, but I didn't think if they saw Phoenix, I didn't think they could beat Phoenix in a 7-game series. I think they're capable of beating any other team in a 7-game series.
I got it backwards. Miami can beat Phoenix in a 7-game series. Miami would have a bigger problem playing Golden State.
Golden State's a problem as well. But I don't know. With Miami's perimeter defensive versatility, I think we got a shot.
Yeah, but Jordan Poole's inviting everybody to the pool party, bro. Everybody. Hey, he made DeMarcus Cousins get pissed off and get a technical foul.
I know. He's
Did
awesome.
you see that fadeaway in the corner?
I did. That was
ridiculous. Nasty, bro.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, bro.
I love it.
So, yeah.
I love it.
But, yeah, man, I see Miami getting Alec Lindstrom or James Cook in the 3rd round. Hopefully, one of the two is there because we need a replacement for if Mostert doesn't play, he doesn't play bad, but he doesn't play good. You don't have to re-sign him.
Yeah, right. Just 1 year.
So, and if you think about this too, one little tea leaf with Deebo coming here, the Dolphins have yet to get a 3rd down back. There is no 3rd and 1 running back on this team.
That's true.
That is the role Deebo Samuel plays for San Francisco.
Okay.
So if Deebo comes over here, everybody's flipping out. Trust me, they can make room for Deebo. You don't pay Byron Jones, he's gone. You get a draft pick, and you pick if you keep your draft picks, which is the best case scenario, you get Deebo, you go grab the best corner. Byron Jones goes. Gesicki doesn't get re-signed, and there's your 20 mil right there. Done.
I love it.
So.
Painting that picture. Check this guy out at Big John Stud 136 on Twitter. You doing any streams this week? Or you did one last night already?
No, I didn't do one last night. Today's what, Thursday?
Thursday.
You seem to like me coming on Thursday all of a sudden. Huh?
Yeah, I'm going basically in recent this week based on what's going on with the Heat. Since the Heat played Tuesday night, I did all Heat yesterday, and I wanted to kind of mix up Heat and Dolphins today. And I know obviously you're extra strong on the Dolphins, but you can talk both. So I thought this is a day that calls for Big John Stud.
Yeah. Every day you can call me. I'm good. Doesn't matter, bro.
That's the man.
But
Well,
yeah,
enjoy the rest of your day, sir. Go ahead.
I will do that, man. I'll be on. I'll probably be on Friday.
Awesome.
For the Fins tailgate with Chris, and hopefully, look at that video I sent you. It's part of what you were looking at.
I watched the first 10 minutes. I did watch the. I mean, you sent me the video was like an hour and 20 minutes. I did watch the first 10 minutes before I came on.
So you got you understood the Deebo thing.
I did, yeah, and I wanted to get your spin on it as well, but I understood.
Okay. All right, man.
Thank you, sir.
I'll see you when you call me. Be good.
I love this dude. Be good. Big John Stud. What a guy. By the way, I want to remind everyone, different ways to support this show. Easiest way, we tell you at the top of every episode, smash that like button. You get in here, whether you're watching us live at 2:35 p.m., April the 21st, year of our Lord 2022, or if you're watching us later, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever on replay, smash that like button and make sure you hit subscribe to the 5 Reasons Sports Network. And guys, even if you watch every day, smash the like button every day because the likes reset for every video. And the more people who like this video, the more people are going to see this video. You can also support us if you want to. It's not mandatory by any stretch of the imagination, but if you can be so generous to leave us a super chat donation, the super chats are always open when we're on. If you want to leave us something in the tip jar, that would be great as well. But I think the biggest way you can support us is by supporting our sponsors. And we're going to see you out there at one of those on Sunday for Game 4. We will see you at the Quarterdeck Seafood Bar and Neighborhood Grill. Now, Game 3 is tomorrow night. We'll be out there for Game 4 on Sunday night at 7 p.m. at the Quarterdeck in Davie. And if the Heat win Game 3 tomorrow night, I want all of you to bring your brooms. Literally, bring your brooms to the Quarterdeck Davie to watch the game with us, man. The people at the Quarterdeck are like, why are all these weirdos bringing brooms? If you want to help them clean, that's fine. You could do that. But bring your brooms out to the Quarterdeck. Game 4 on Sunday night will be the Davie location, University Drive, right across the street from Nova Southeastern University. We're going to be enjoying the game. They got big flat screen TVs covering every wall. They got the big screen outside in the patio. I'm going to be set up in the patio. Ethan and I think our guy Taco, Dave Friedman's going to be out there. Brooklyn Rob says he's coming. Alfredo Arteaga usually comes out to the watch parties. We'll be out at the patio area where the big screen is, so come out and see us there. We're going to be enjoying that delicious food. At the Quarterdeck, they have 2-for-1 happy hour all day, every day. The happy hour literally never ends. The food is so good, guys. The seafood, like the fresh mahi-mahi, the fresh sushi, build-your-own poke bowl. The buffalo shrimp is so freaking good at the Quarterdeck. The burgers and sandwiches are awesome. If you want to find the location nearest to you, you can check out their website. You can also check out the full menu there at their website. It's nice to kind of look at what they have. There's a lot of good stuff, by the way. You're gonna say, oh, there's like 10 things I want. How do I decide? Just, I don't know, try them all, guys. But look at their menu online. Find the location nearest to you at quarterdeckrestaurants.com. The Quarterdeck, come for the food, stay for the fun. Now, usually on Thursdays, and I know I've seen a couple people in the chat that watch us on Thursday nights, like Alex M pops in a lot, Tony 2 times. We're doing 5 rounds, which we usually do Thursday nights at 6. We're going to do it tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Because something for one of us, I do the show with Frank Zaffrey and James Walker. Somebody had something come up in their schedule. So tomorrow night's just going to be a little bit better. So if you usually watch us Thursday nights, and that show is served by the Quarterdeck as well. So I wanted to remind you guys, we're going to be doing 5 rounds, talking some MMA and boxing on Friday. That's tomorrow night at 6 instead of tonight. We are also brought to you by the great people at BetUS.com. This is a full-service online sports book. Sports betting. They have a full casino on the site as well, and it's fully available in Florida. Yes, you can use all of BetUS's services in the state of Florida. Use our code when you sign up, 5RSN125. Write it down if you think you're going to forget it, 5RSN125. When you make your first deposit with that code, they also have re-up bonuses as well, but the first deposit bonus, 125%. Guys, if you deposit $100, they're going to give you $125 in free play money on top of your deposit when you use our code 5RSN125. There's so much going on, guys, with the basketball playoffs going on. The hockey playoffs are about to start. Major League Baseball every day. International soccer pretty much every day. UFC fights, boxing on the weekend. Live betting on all of it, by the way. Props, parlays, money line bets, spreads, everything you could possibly want. It's like having Las Vegas in your pocket at betus.com. So sign up with our code 5RSN125 for a 125% sign up bonus. Want to throw some shout outs here in the live chat. Oh, my guy, Devin Jordan. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Donno, since the Dolphins don't have a draft pick until the 3rd round, what will you be doing? Oh, yeah, Heat will be sweeping the Hawks. They will. So, okay, so April 28th. I don't know. Are there going to be NBA playoff games that night? Probably. I don't know if the Heat will be playing that night or not. But, yeah, with no first-round pick, the game plan is this, okay? I'm definitely not going to sit the first night. I'm not going to watch all 32 first-round picks. I'm going to watch about the top 10. I'm going to have a screen open on Twitter just in case something crazy happens. It's almost impossible this would happen, but if, you always just have to make sure, like, well, what if the Dolphins pull off some weird trade and they get into the first round? I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. You always have to be on your toes for that. So I'm going to have like a screen on Twitter, but now I'm probably going to end up like binging something. The show The Flight Attendant is back on HBO Max. Really good. I just watched the first season recently. The second season just dropped today. I'm not sure, though. Does HBO Max do it one episode at a time, or do they do it like the whole season drops and you can binge it? I feel like they probably do one episode at a time. So I'm not, but still, The Flight Attendant's really good. I've been watching the show. Oh, this is so good. One of my listeners recommended this to me, a guy named Chris. I cannot recommend it enough. I'm like 4 episodes in now. It's on Apple TV Plus, Severance. It's a really like suspenseful kind of sci-fi drama show. It's really freaking good. If you haven't heard of or haven't seen Severance, I would recommend checking that out. I'm going to find The Batman is now available on HBO Max. So I'm going to watch the first 10 picks Thursday night next week, and then I'm probably going to watch a movie or a TV show. All right. So thank you so much. Hold on. Is there a new Brady rumor? Like, did something just drop here? Is the Brady rumor true? Hold on. Let me check out profootballtalk.com, because I mean, we've talked about various Tom Brady rumors over the last couple of days. I don't know if there's something new. Somebody's got to fill me in on that. Oh yeah, I like Homeland AG. I haven't watched Billions yet. I've heard it's great. That's something I got to start, man. People rave about Billions. Tell Quarterdeck to come to Sarasota, Fort Myers, please. I think that would be awesome, man. And I've got some in-laws who live over that way, Fort Myers. So like we go over there to visit sometimes. If I could have a Quarterdeck out there, not so much Sarasota, but Fort Myers. I don't know. How far is Sarasota from Fort Myers? Not that far, right? But I prefer they put it in Fort Myers because that's where I go sometimes. I would love it. Oh, Joseph says he's going to be there on Sunday at the Quarterdeck. Thank you so much. Biggest question, will Manny be there? He's been MIA. I don't know. I don't know if Manny hates me. Like, I don't know what Manny's been up to. I know he's been getting really serious about that survival training, right? Because he's really worried about World War III breaking out. So he used to always just go into the woods on Wednesdays for his survival training. He goes like 3-4 days a week now. So I don't know, man. He might have joined the Ukrainian army for all I know. I don't know what he's been up to, but I hope we see him out there as well. Chris C says Ingold should be our 3rd and 1 guy. My name is Hall. Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Jay, throw some quick shout outs here. I feel like I should have restarted my laptop before the show today. Everything's laggy. I hate that. I think my computer's like 6 years old now. I used to, before I started springing for MacBooks like a decade ago, I used to buy like cheap ass laptops. They'd last for like 3 years, but the last 2, including this one, laptops I've had have been MacBook Pros, and they're good for like 5 or 6 years at least usually. So I don't know. I think I'm on like year 6. So we may be nearing the end of the line for this one. We shall see. Devin Jordan, who also gave us a super chat. Thank you so much for coming in, saying hello. Might have already shouted out Alex M, but just in case we hadn't, hello to you. Hello to Mike Lewis, who says there's always an excuse. I think he's talking about Tua. I noticed that a couple of the most pro Tua Twitter accounts are really against the idea of bringing Deebo Samuel here. One of those being VBS, Valley Boy Sports, who is like just his Twitter account is basically just a love letter to Tua. He's like very against bringing Deebo here. I have a theory on that. I think that some of like the real radicalized Tuanon supporters, like they're happy with the talent that the Dolphins have already added, right? Because Tyreek Hill, big move, making the offensive line better. That's great. Running backs is all great. But I think that they're afraid that if the Dolphins also go out and get Deebo Samuel, and then you've got Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, Cedrick Wilson, Mike Gesicki, Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert. I'm probably leaving some good players out in that. That if you have so much offensive talent and the offense is really good, I think that they're afraid that if you have that many good skill position players and the offense is good, no one's going to give any credit to Tua. Like, I think that's what they're afraid of, that they're like, okay, the offense is good enough. Like, I want my quarterback who I've bought 11 of his jerseys and I sleep in his pajamas and I sleep in Tua bed. Like, I want him to get a little credit for the offense. Because like, otherwise, I don't know why you wouldn't want Deebo Samuel here. It just doesn't really make sense. Thanks again for the super chat, Brooklyn Rob. Brooklyn Rob, I don't think wants Deebo here either. I think he's afraid. I think he's a big Tua fan. I think he's afraid that if you add even more frontline offensive talent, no one's going to even talk about your quarterback. I think that scares these people. Doug E. Fresh, thank you so much for tuning in. Ian from Brooklyn, my guy, representing up there in New York, Brooklyn. I haven't spent a lot of time in Brooklyn, but I know people from Brooklyn are extremely proud of being from Brooklyn, and I respect that. You should be proud of where you come from. I'm proud of Kendall. Very proud. I don't know why, but I am. Dan, thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. Tony Kidd says, in my opinion, Tua is not a franchise quarterback. You cannot build around a small, unathletic, noodle arm, injury-prone QB. I don't know, though. It looks like now you're just building around everything else, right? And the quarterback is just going to have to get rid of the ball quickly and yak. We're just going to yak everybody, and I'm fine with that. Let's see who else. So they're not even really building around the quarterback. It's like you're going to forget he's there. It's like he's just going to be the guy who takes the snaps. That's it. Shake. And by the way, there's a hint of sarcasm in me saying that. So don't get all angry. I know how you people are. No one has a sense of humor. No one does. When I throw in a few snide comments, sarcasm goes over some of your heads, and I'm going to read the angry comments on YouTube later, like, who is this idiot? Why does this moron go out of his way every day to trash talk my beloved quarterback? Relax. 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 In the words of the poet Aaron Rodgers. Marcus Robinson, thank you. My guy, Big Dan 305. I hope, Big Dan, you and the Canes fam out there, I hope you've checked out my newest episode of Locked On Canes, which dropped this morning. I'm part of the Locked On Podcast Network as well. Do daily Miami Hurricanes shows, about a half hour every day. We talk Canes football. We talked a lot about Miami's defensive line transfer that they pulled off from West Virginia. So I hope you guys check that out. As yes, Akeem Mesidor is now a Miami Hurricane. We also read Twitter comments today. For tomorrow's episode, we're going to be interviewing two-time national champion, former beastly Miami linebacker Darren Smith. In fact, I'm going to be chatting with Darren in about 45 minutes for tomorrow's Locked On Canes episode. So that is going to be good, my friends. Indeed, thank you so much for tuning in. Our guy, Finn's Tailgate, Chris. Yes, my friend. Everybody smash the like button. Be like Chris. Hit that like button. Don't be like Mr. AC Milan, who I insulted his team right off. He's he had. I'm an Inter Milan supporter. We have the great friendly, sometimes not so friendly rivalry with the crosstown rivals, and they played a couple days ago for the semifinals of Coppa Italia, and Inter smashed 3-0. 3-0. The game was more competitive than the scoreline would indicate. It was a good, exciting game, lots of end-to-end chances for both teams, but we smashed at the end of the day. IMAX, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Chad, thank you so much. Finn's up to you as well. And let me check if any new ones came in, but I think that might be a lot of new texts came. I don't know if new people, but new messages came in. Raul, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We try, man. We try to have fun. Herm says, I want Tua to be successful, bring as much talent as possible. In the end, Tua will get the credit no matter what. That's a healthy way to look at it. That's a healthy way. He's from Brooklyn, lives in Fort Lauderdale. Either way, I'm sure you're still very proud of being from Brooklyn. Canes 1989, hello, and I'm sure he's going to be downloading the next episode of Locked On Canes. Hope to see you there as well. And yeah, I think that's it. If I missed anybody in the shout outs, was not my intention. I try to shout out everybody possible. I think we'll be back tomorrow. I've kind of been on standby this week for possibly hosting the Hawk and Crowder show tomorrow, but I haven't heard anything yet as of today. So I think I'm good to go right here, 2:00 tomorrow on Donno Daily. So we will talk to you then. Another episode of Donno Daily on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. See ya.